How do you manage mom guilt? One of the things that helped me get better, right, is I tell myself, when I was below 3 years old, did I remember anything? No.
Hey, this is very useful.
Hi guys, Annette here and welcome to another episode of Glowing Up, and today I have a very special guest with me. It's none other than Pong Chu Chu.
Hi guys, I'm Chu and I'm very happy to be here. Can I do a shout out to my kids first?
Yeah, hey, please do it.
Hi Meredith, Amelia and Oliver. This is the Hello Madam Doctor.
Hello, Madam Doctor.
Yes, they confirmed that I'm very cool now.
Chu Chu is here with me today and we're going to be doing a bit of a motherhood Q&A. And I'm sure you all know Chu Chu. She shares a lot about her life, especially with her kids. And she's like, OG YouTube girly. I watched Budget Barbie all the
Budget
time.
Barbie. I think you were a kid, right, when you watched Budget Barbie? Or is it teenager?
Teenager. Anyways, without further ado, shall we? First question, why did you want to have kids?
The very shallow thinking is that I'm really very excited to see how a mini me look like. But after I become a mother, I really think like it stemmed from the fact that when I was a kid, right, my father is always busy because he got 6 kids ma. So he's always busy working, and then my mother is mentally kind of not around. So I feel like I want to be a good parent, even though I don't know how it feels to have parents who are always around with you. But I feel like somehow I know I can be the kind of parents that I would need. And then I thought, I want to shower that kind of love on someone else.
Yeah, because I think, right, like during the time when I was pregnant, I started to have all these random philosophical thoughts like, why do people even want to have kids actually?
But why did you want to have kids?
Yeah, so then after a while I realized that I think for me, right, it was really because I wanted to be able to watch a small person grow up and change the world. I think that's so cool, you know. A lot of my friends feel sometimes they don't want to have kids, which I respect that, by the way. Yeah. They don't have kids. One of the reasons is because they feel the world is becoming such a dark place, such a terrible place.
I know. Like, I think it might be a bit self-centered to say, like, I feel like the kids that I bring up will be a better change for the world. But I feel it is like.
Right? Yeah. So to me, it's okay. If the world is truly going to get worse and worse and worse place, like I want to
Let's balance it out.
Yeah, I have a kid that will be able to make it slightly brighter.
But I feel like at least, you know, let's level the ground, because I truly feel that these days, like a lot of parents, right? I'm not saying all, but a lot are really too busy to educate the kids or to connect or to bond with the kids in a way where the kids grew up with a lot of love and like kindness and gentle care, love, you know. That's why we think there's a lot of crazy bad things happening to the world, right? And I think if we can set the game field right, yeah, there will be more people out there, mini us, spreading more love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone asked, actually, when did postpartum get better?
I think for me, firstborn was when my breastfeeding stopped and I start to recover and heal. It was so traumatic for me.
When did you stop for your first?
After 1 month,
Okay.
I took the pill to stop. I didn't let it like just wean off. And then, wow, I start to take care of myself again. I start to shower on time. I look at my baby differently. When I look at the baby, it's not like a depression burden. Like this perfection is in front of me, you know, how can I... So when I stop breastfeeding, wow, it started to get better. I'm like, oh, it's such a precious little thing. Second one is I was silly. I was like, I did first one already, second one confirm can, right? Bam, depression again.
Even though you didn't breastfeed?
I stopped after 3 days.
Exactly, then what was the cause of your depression this
So it was because I have a 2-year-old toddler, right, who already can express her needs, who can already tell you when she feels neglected, when she will show you when she feels like, hey, I was the only child, then like now I'm not getting all this, you know. So it's very like, oh my god, that's my paupei leh, why I go and have second child? Then I start to blame myself again, like, oh, am I making a wrong choice? You know, you have hormones imbalance, right, after giving birth, right? It's not something you can control, one. You don't think you are so strong that you know you can. So people around you must also spot the signs. I was crying so much, you know, and that time I had some legal issues going on, 2 lawsuits against me, and then like plus the newborn, plus like I have to take care of my first child. It was like, wow, everything came together again, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't know that I would kena second time, because I thought the first time I prepared already, right? Then second time I won't kena already. But second time it was very bad. But it only got better when I learned how to hands off.
So before that, wait, on your first kid, you had no help?
No help. My husband was confinement mister, and we have no helper. and we had 2 big husky dogs at that point. So he was doing a lot of cleaning, a lot of washing, cooking and everything. Yeah, it was crazy. Please get the help you need. And if, like any husband watching this, right, if your wife, even if she never say, please get her the help. So second one, when I learned how to hands off, okay, everything let helper do, let husband help, let my sister bring my firstborn out to play. Then I feel like, okay, I have my pockets of me time.
For me, it's different. I think I didn't really notice a point in which it got better. I think mine was a very gradual improvement. Like I weaned off breastfeeding around 4 months. So okay, I would say that did make things a bit better.
Yeah.
But I still needed more time to kind of get my feet back on the ground.
You got
Because-
swept off, right? You feel that feeling is like something sweep you off
yeah,
your feet.
yeah. So I still need to find myself again because you feel like you were not yourself for
Yeah.
a while. You were just
I
a
know
cow.
what you mean. I think all mummies will know what you
Like
mean.
any morph into a cow, then
Yeah.
later now I'm back as a human. Wait, how to human, you know? So then after that, I need a bit more time, figure out how I'm gonna get back to my previous productivity level and stuff while still having the baby, and also be okay with letting the baby be taken care of by other people.
Yeah,
And there are all these little bits that slowly just start to get better. So okay, getting my head back into work, exercising also really helped. Oh, one thing I didn't mention in my previous video, right, which I felt was a bit bothering me also, was the postpartum hair loss.
Oh,
do you
yeah.
do you have?
Have quite jialat also.
Okay, mine I didn't feel like it was so bad, but my hair was just a mess. Because when my natural hair texture is a bit like messy already. And then when it grew back, it grew up in like all these small baby
Yeah,
hairs.
like-
Especially at the beginning when my baby hairs first started growing up. I felt like
know.
there was a plant on my head.
Josh kept like joking, say I look like Minion with all the new hair.
So I feel that is the final small boss that I will kick off, and then by next year, hopefully, I'll feel like myself again.
Ayo, you
So
should.
it's all these little things.
I know, like we have so many things to check out before we can feel normal, right?
Yeah.
But I feel, right, you are now the best you already. Like I feel like, I mean, when I look at you or I look at any mummies, other mummies, like we always just feel like we're not enough, right? Like a little bit more, then we will be there. A little bit more, I do a bit more, then I will be that expectation. But I really feel at whichever point we are at, we are the best we can be. And that is something I think once you accept, right, then like for me, I always feel like this mum pouch, it's forever there already because my muscle already open and you know, it's gonna be forever a pouch. If I fix this, I'll be perfect. But it's not like that, Ran. I feel like we are already perfect at whichever point we are at.
Interesting. Okay. If someone needs to hear that, that's you.
So I think we don't need to put that stress on ourselves that I must do what, then I can be what. We got self-reflect very good already.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I think the key is to not try to chase perfection.
Correct.
And get upset over the fact that you
Yeah.
cannot achieve it because it's not possible.
Correct, because I think maybe a lot of moms, right, before they have kids, right, like you have a schedule, a productivity list, and you plan certain things certain way. But I think having kids, right, I'm not saying it will all be messed up, but yeah, I think things will change.
So is this question that asks, how do you lose weight after? Do you have to go to extreme?
Even before I have kids, right, I always already try to lose weight now, even when I was very skinny. So I used to have that problem, and then after that, after first kid, I put on so much weight, right, and then become so flabby. It was very difficult to accept myself. Like I look into the mirror, I don't like what I see. And then after the stress came, so I think everything got like plus 0.1 because like I was so stressed, and then I lost so much weight. Lost weight. And then after second born, I thought like, I lose weight easy, right? So fast that one, I never do anything, just lost weight already. But then the mum pouch stay with me after second one. Then after the third one, the weight just get very difficult to lose. I went on to go and plus 10 kg pre-pregnancy. And I really find it very hard to accept. But then, when Oliver was 3 years old, which is 3 months after I gave birth to him already, right, I started to exercise.
Oh, so that really worked for you.
That really works. Because after the second one, right, because that weight doesn't go down, I even tried to like do weird diet online, follow 10 days, lemon juice and pepper diet. And like, oh, it's just stupid, okay? It tastes so bad. It tastes so bad.
Lemon juice and pepper?
Yeah, every day.
It sounds disgusting.
It is. It's all a lie, okay? It doesn't work. I gave up on the 8th day. After that, I go and try a liquid diet. Now, right, I eat anything I want in moderation, exercise. You'll be okay one.
Actually, I also don't exercise like crazy. So that's why I think someone asked whether I went to extremes.
Yeah.
And the truth is, before exercise, one point I want to make is just genetics. I think my bones are just generally very small already to begin with. Like, I see my hands are very tiny. On top of that, then I do exercise a bit and I don't eat very crazily. I no longer eat fast food since I gave birth.
Oh, why ah?
I cannot take it. My body cannot take it, you know. I mentioned about how with postpartum your immunity is really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I literally fell sick like 5 times in, I don't know, 6 months, no, 4
Can
times.
non-stop one. Yeah, can non-stop one. You get better, then you get
Yeah.
sick again.
So of that 4 to 5 times I fell sick, right? 2 of them was triggered because I had fast food.
Wow, then maybe I keep getting sick is because I really eat a lot of fast food.
Back then, when you're postpartum.
Hey, it's my happy food eh.
So I don't know what it is, but I just stopped eating fast food because I just couldn't do it anymore. And I would say now I feel my immunity is getting better already.
so
You know,
will
you
you
can
try
feel
now?
it. I might if one day, you know, I wake up and Okay, next question. How do you deal with unsolicited advice?
Sometimes it's good. Like,
Yeah, actually sometimes people do give you good advice.
sometimes it's good. Like, for example, when my firstborn was sick, right? Then you know they cannot take medicine. Small baby, how to take, right? So I got advice from a random mummy online. I can't even remember who told me, you know, try Chinese medicine, as in TCM, Twina, baby Twina. And it really helped save all my 3 kids' life. In the sense, like, when they're sick, when they are small, right, and then I don't want to force feed them with syringe and all, right, I will just bring them to this first and it always works.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they will just put yao bao. They will put like a herbal pack at the belly and then they wrap it around, right?
I heard of sometimes they put at the foot or something.
Also have. And then they just massage the hand, massage the nose, and then be it fever lah, whatever, clear, right? So those are unsolicited advice also, right? So I feel like I know some mummies can get very riled up about it. Like I never ask you, I got ask you, man, like that. Right? Who asked you like that? I know a lot of mummies are like that because as mummies, right, naturally we will feel like I know best. Who are you to tell me? If you, for the fact that you are telling me, it's like you're telling me I don't know.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
The way I go about it, right, is really just if it's good, I take it in lah. If it's not good, I 当作没有听到 lor. I also won't reply, I also won't what. But over the years, I guess it comes with age also. I will just reply, oh, I already did what, but thank you. You got to think lor, when these people say, most of the time it comes from a good place also. It's not like they purposely want to make you feel bad or feel less. But you know, they just want to play a part to help. Yeah, but I know it can get irritating lah.
I'm quite similar to you. I'm quite okay with unsolicited advice because sometimes if it's
good, it's good,
then
right?
okay, cool. So I would say if you really are the kind of person where you don't like people just keep telling you things, then thank them for it and walk away. You know,
Or you can just block it out, lor. As in, like, not block them, just block it out, lor.
just block it out. Don't let it affect you.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not about you. Maybe if anything, it's more about them. They are the kind of person who likes to give out advice to people, and they probably gave the same advice to 20 other mothers, and you're just one of them. You know, just treat this person as, you know, those skincare shop outside and giving out the sample. Then they're giving out, and then after that you take one. And then you can choose not to take. Yeah, actually you can choose not to take. Just say sorry.
Or you take already, can don't use also. It's up to you.
How long did it take for you to get back at work fully?
The thing is, I never stopped working. Even when I was on my delivery ward, I was working. I deliver already, right? I was resting
For
on
all
the bed.
3 kids?
Yeah, because everything is so mobile. I was clearing draft really like non-stop. I have 3 kids and I need the money.
I would say I really, really slowed down, especially within that first 1-2 months. Because I think around the 2nd week was when I really had a very bad bout of postnatal blues. But then that also made me stressed because, you know, I create content and then I will feel if I don't put anything out, then after that it will be bad. Like I will lose momentum, and so even I don't work also I get stressed. But if I do work, then I get stressed. So it was also that same period that made me kind of So I came to a compromise where I would shoot a couple of videos, 1 or 2 here and there, but I didn't completely stop. But I wasn't chonging lah. I wasn't going crazy. Were you really chonging still, like same level as before you gave birth?
Almost same level because, right, for me, it's a bit more, it's not intentional one. It's not like I purposely go and put a lot of work. Even my assistant, right, she was like, hey, you know, shall I ask for more time extension? I was like, no need, I'll just do it because you know why? When I have the baby, right, I'm very awake. You know, like my people say, hey, when the baby sleep, you sleep. That's the biggest lie ever. When the baby sleep, right, you have to like wash the breastfeeding pump. You have so much things to do. So you become very awake. And just after give birth, right, I very super speed everything.
Huh? Okay, I was really the opposite of you. You never, but didn't you also have all the postnatal natal
Yeah, I got
depression?
lor. But then like when I'm not crying, I'm working lah. Actually, working gets me off my depressive mode, you know.
Okay, so it's more of you felt like it did make you feel better, less because you
It kept me
wanted to-
away from like whatever else. You know, I know of moms, right, when after 4 months they go back to work, right, they feel so much better and it's work that helped them. Like other than being a mom, I also have other roles to that, you know, I can step up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. You feel less like as if your identity completely changed to a
Yes.
mom. I think going back to work helped me a bit also, but not as much as you are. Yours really super extreme. I cannot go too much.
Of course,
into
not
it,
too
so
much. Of course, not too
but
much.
different people again are very different.
Yeah.
For me, what helped was working a little bit and also just going out for walks.
Yeah.
Like just getting some fresh air. Cause I got a cabin fever.
Yeah.
So anyway, different people are different. I'm sure there are some mothers who would completely prefer to not even go back to work also.
Yeah.
So it's really according to you, and as you can hear from us, right? Both of us have two very different experiences.
Yeah, whichever works for you lah, and
Yeah.
your sanity.
How do you manage mom guilt while you work and have to leave your baby aside, or even when you need me time?
The me time part, I tell you first, I only learned recently, like recent months or this year. Like I will tell them, hey, sorry, can I get some space? Like now is my me time. Because my kids are a bit big enough to understand already. Previously, it's like instead of voicing, Mama need me time, I will start to be a bit 不耐烦 or this. But now I noticed that in myself. So I will tell them, hey, sorry, you all give me some space, can? Because this is my wind down time.
Boundary, right?
Yeah. Then they will understand. They say, okay, sure. Because you already gave them the whole part of the day, then this is your wind down. They understand one. So I think communication with older kids is important. Mummies and daddies also can get oversteam one, not just kids. We also can get overstimulated. Then like whole day of people touching you, mommy, mama. Wow, you know how much you will implode if you don't set a boundary for yourself.
Yeah.
The mom guilt part about going to work, right? Very easy one. They also understand. I think mommy need to go and work. Can you don't go? You always go on for so long. You know, got one time, Amelia especially, the middle child, she will like tell me, hey, this week you already go out how many times? Sometimes it's with friends, sometimes it's really for work ma. Hey, this week you already go out how many times? And then that day you come back so late, blah, blah, blah. I waited for you. She will like this one. I will just promise her, I say like, okay, so now I have this whole week a bit busy. Next week I'll bring you to do what, that kind. So not so much mom guilt because yeah, we can negotiate.
Yeah, I guess it helps when they're able to talk. But
Correct.
okay, yeah, that's why I was saying that I think that's something I'm going to learn from you, which is when they're able to talk, you
Yeah.
actually communicate
Yes,
to
that
them.
is so important because I think a lot of parents, right, they forget to talk to their kid. But if the kid is smaller, of course, last time I still have lah. Like even when I go out, right, and work, right, then I just look into my bag. I got one toy Meredith left in my bag. I'll be like, I'm such a bad mother. Why am I working? Hello, you're working for money lah. So yeah, so you deal with that. When they get bigger, it's easier.
For me, right, this is really weird, but one of the things that helped me get better, right, is I tell myself, when I was below 3 years old, did I remember anything? No.
Hey, this is very useful. And then when you're 3 years old already, you can start to communicate with Wes. Then he'll understand. Perfect.
Yeah. And then I also try to, if it's in a day where I just need to go out run an errand, I try to do it when he's taking his nap. Yeah, so at least he's sleeping. What else could I have done? Do you feel you really give up on your career after being a mother?
I don't know about you lah, but for me, my life sharing is sort of my career.
Yeah, so it just evolved.
Yeah,
together
lor.
with your
I mean, I share different things lah. Last time I very 自己, you know, very like, oh, I bought this bag, I look so pretty, and now it's no longer like that. You know, after I have kids.
But okay, I think the question maybe is more of, do you find maybe you had less opportunities or less jobs?
No, I feel it opens up new doors. Yeah, I mean, if you look, it really depends on how you look at it. If like now today I'm a mother, I still want to like, I want to go fashion label, fashion event, then it's very 奇怪 lah. You're just like, you know, you're not moving with yourself, you're not being aligned with yourself. So I think...
I mean, if you really want to go to a fashion event as a mother, why cannot?
I mean, I can if I want to, but that's really not what I want
Oh,
already.
okay, that's just not what you want. So that's
correct.
more
So
of a
yeah,
okay.
you will want different thing. Like now, I really appreciate when people send me like laundry pots for kids, you know, to wash clothes. Or like, I really appreciate when I open up and it's all like, wow, chocolates and snacks or like toys, you know. So it's different things. Like last time I would appreciate, makeup, all this. Now it's different things.
Actually, that thing is so interesting because I almost feel like after I became a mom, I do appreciate receiving maybe makeup, skincare, or clothing stuff sometimes. Just because I feel after I gave birth, I learned to take care of myself better because it just made a huge difference to my mood.
It does.
Right, because
for you, it's
for the
like this
longest
lah,
time,
yeah.
yeah, it's the opposite for me.
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, last time even before I was pregnant, I could just throw on whatever I wanted to wear, and I'm like, hey, yeah, this will pass. But then now I need to think about it, because I can't wear something that might maybe show off my tummy, at least for quite a period of time. So I need to think like, what is it I'll wear that at least I'll feel confident in? What can I do so that my hair doesn't make me feel self-conscious? So I either put a cap on my head or like wear shades sometimes. Learn how to do my makeup better so that it compensates for my body being.
This is really the positive way you evolve as a mom, For me, it's like out of like 365 days, maybe only like 20 days I got makeup for work lah, usually. And I only do that for work. And then it becomes like my husband sees like, wow, 美了，原来我的老婆可以这样美. Even my son, he see I make up, right? He will come to me and start to kiss me. You're the most beautiful girl I know, that kind.
Okay, I think for me, I also don't think I had to really give up on my career. I would say yes, I'm very blessed that I'm able to have help to help me out, especially while I work. Then I have a helper to take care. My mom-in-law is really helpful also. But I don't think that I lost opportunities or that work got so much tougher and everything.
I think for us it's because we are so blessed that we can just work on the phone, right, or anytime or wherever we are. But for a lot of moms where they decide they have to stop working, it's because they maybe have a corporate work which requires them to be away for certain days, certain amount of time, and they feel like that is taking precious time away from their newborn. And I can totally understand that even if they choose to stop working.
Yeah, so I think, okay, I know quite a number of parents who have made that choice. They decided, I do have some friends, they made a choice. They decided, I want to have kids, and if I have kids, I'm going to start working less. I'm going to switch to a part-time position. I'm going to quit my job. And sometimes, in that sense, because it's a choice, and a lot of times it happens, there might be people who are on the outside, they see, and they think that it's a cause and effect. But actually, no, it's just two incidents that happened because the person decided that I want to stop my job because I have a baby and not because I have a baby and hence I stop my job.
Correct.
But I do understand definitely, like what you said, there are incidents like this where they have a kid and they did not expect that it would affect their career and then they had no choice but to do that.
Actually, right, if you think about it, right, like if you don't think of it as give up on career, you can also think of it in a lot of moms, right, after they have children already, they branch out to do a lot more stuff. Like coaching or like sell baby products online, that kind of stuff, they develop stuff that works for them when they were a new mom to help other moms. So a lot of these things happen also. So you don't need to think of it as like I have kids so I have to sacrifice my career or give up on my career.
Yeah, I don't think that you should view it in such extremes. There's always a way to find a balance in the middle. What do you think is the best way in which you feel motherhood has changed you?
To really embrace life. Good part, the bad part. Like I really 接受 because with each kid it's like times 1, times 2, times 3. Having that amount of vulnerability that you have to accept. We are so blessed, right, that we have healthy kids. But the moment you choose to have kids, right, you are also accepting the possibility of you having
a kid that might be sick, right?
Might be sick, special needs, or this, and you are at the mercy of that. Having kids is really also accepting that you are vulnerable. Life itself is vulnerable. So with that, I accept whatever bad things happen, I also tell myself, I accept and it will turn out good, it will be okay. I'm also learning every day how to not sweat the little stuff. Because with kids, so much things to worry about. They like there's a piece of something with little sprinkles or whatever, they like to just put it there and not put like a paperweight on it to make sure it doesn't fly away. Wow, a lot of things you have to just accept. If everybody do things the right way, this whole life, very little problem, But with kids, right, cannot. You must learn how to accept that everyone is different.
I see.
Yeah, my 3 kids are raised by same parents, all 3 kids so different. Yeah. With that, if you accept, right, I think, you can accept so many things. It will make you a stronger person. Like outside people treat you whatever, right, it's just they're different. Because also, I think one of the biggest thing I learned after having kids is choosing to do the right thing for yourself. And that is when I feel like that's when your kids they'll be proud of you lah. Like you will make life decision that you will think, okay, if I do this, will my kid be proud of me? like sometimes in life there will be situation where you might feel like 我要低头低声下气 just do whatever good or bad things come and just 低声下气的做 but after having kids I have so much clarity.
Because you also want to set a good example for them, right?
Right, do you feel that like after having kids
Yeah.
clarity?
I think it's such a strange thing where you care so much about the opinion of this small human, you know.
You want to make them proud, right?
Yeah, and you want them to be proud of you. Like you just want to make sure that whatever actions you take, right, is something that they can look up to, you know. Yeah, it's
Because-
like what you say, doing the right thing.
Yeah, because the next time when they need life direction or guidance, right, they come to you, what are you going to tell them? You're going to tell them to do the right thing when last time you own self cannot?
I think one way in which I've grown since having a kid is made me so much stronger and almost made me happier in a sense is that I care less about the opinions of other people, about, you know, people who really say nasty things online, because I mean I'm sure we all get that. Because after a while you realize that the people's opinions who matter are really okay. So there's this pie chart, right, for me in my brain, right, where it's like I care about God's opinion of me, I care about, you know, my closest friends and family, and then I also care about the opinions of people who consume my work. You know, I want the constructive feedback also. Then later there's some space for just random haters to squeeze their way into that. But ever since I have a kid, right, it's like I need to slot him in somewhere in this pie chart, and the first thing that goes is that gap where people say nasty things about you. And it just takes up so much space where I no longer have space for anything to creep in.
Yeah,
anymore.
whatever doesn't align with what you need, right? to
Yeah,
grow.
so I'm so focused now on making sure that he doesn't say anything terrible to me because I want to set that good example, you know.
So now he's still loving you, so you're doing perfect, right?
Actually, sometimes when Ralph like plays with him for a whole morning, and because you know dads, they're like crazy and woo,
Yeah. More
so
fun.
it's super fun, right? Then after that I come in the room, then he passed to me and he'll cry. And I was like, oh, thank you. Then and another time, then when there's no comparison at stake, then I'll play with him, then suddenly I'm fun already.
没有比较就没有伤害。
Yes. But yeah, so then that's when I realized, oh my goodness, if it's more hurtful when my son doesn't like me than
Yeah.
when some random stranger on the internet
They don't
doesn't
matter
like me.
anymore, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the best ways I feel motherhood has changed me, and I really enjoy it a lot more. Like, I'm no longer so conscious about so many different things.
Yeah. Only the people who matters.
Okay, that was a very long video. Thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the end. Once again, thank you so much for joining me, Choo Choo. She shared so many words of wisdom, you know. Wise
What?
mother of three.
No.
And and I hope you all took away some good stuff from this also. And if you guys enjoyed this, do leave a like, subscribe, everything. And I'll see you guys soon on another episode of Growing Up. Bye!
Bye.